Have you recently been denied for a bank account? And you're probably thinking, how did this happen? I have good credit, or maybe I have bad credit. Well, in fact, it has nothing to do with your personal credit. It has nothing to do with your credit reports from Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. So in today's video, I'm going to be covering what you need to do, how to correct this, so you don't have to be embarrassed when you try to open up a bank account and you're simply told no. It really makes a damper on everything, because of the fact that the best funding methods these days are to create those relationships with the banks that you're interested in getting funding products with. Let's just be honest, building up that relationship with the bank to then get the funding that you want is the strategy that a lot of people simply miss. And that's why a lot of people are denied, because they don't go about it the correct way, or they're not able to open up bank accounts so they can even start building the relationship with them. So let's go ahead and get started. First thing that you want to do is head on over to checksystems.com. This is what their website looks like currently, and you can see just by logging in you have the right to opt out, which I don't recommend, because if you freeze or opt out of CheckSystems, you're not going to be able to open up a bank account. CheckSystems and Early Warning, those are the two reporting agencies that are for banking data only. They report maybe if you've opened up too many accounts, if you have bad negative balances with some of the bank accounts. So first step is requesting your consumer report with CheckSystems. All right. So you're going to head on over to where you see disclosure reports. You're going to get your consumer disclosure. Okay, this is just like your credit report for banking from one bureau. Okay, many of the banks do use CheckSystems, although there are some banks out there that don't use CheckSystems and use Early Warning. But you want to clear up both accounts, or both reports, I should say, because if you have accounts that are on one but not both, or whatever the case may be, clear up all that so it doesn't come and bite you in the behind later. Okay, so this is really easy. All that you would need to do is submit your request online. If for some reason they cannot verify you online, you can call, you can mail, and request it that way. But most everybody, should be able to request it online. Some people, like I said, if for whatever reason you can't, just get it done. Call or mail. I would just call and see if they can mail you a copy of your report. All right. Once you get the report, you can identify what accounts are listed that have a balance. Okay, those are the problem issues, because a lot of times people won't even remember, like, oh yeah, I did have like an old bank account that closed, and if they closed it out and it has a negative balance, that data would be reported to either CheckSystems or Early Warning. Most of the time it's CheckSystems. Like I said, sometimes it's Early Warning, but a majority of the banks are going to be using CheckSystem. Now, Navy Federal, they're great, and a lot of people are able to open up a Navy Federal bank account because they don't use CheckSystems. They use Early Warning. And I'm just going to be honest with you guys. When I see someone with a Chime account, instantly I know that they're not able to open up a bank account, because why else would you have Chime? There's no benefit there. Not a great bank, right? There's so many other credit unions and well-known banks out there. That's why we want to be very mindful and focus on quality relationships with quality banks that we can get funding from in the future, whether that's a car with no money down, or maybe a car. A lot of credit unions offer no payments for 2 to 3 months, and then no down payment. So a lot of benefits there, guys, and you're getting a really low interest rate. Buying homes, there's so much. High limit credit cards, all right? But if you can't open a bank account with them, a lot of that is going to be much harder to get. It's a lot easier to get funding from these banks when you build up a good, strong relationship with them, but you don't want to open up too many bank accounts too quickly either. I would say no more than like 4 per year, because every time you open up a bank account, you're going to get an inquiry, and opening too many too quickly can also throw up some red flags for you. So I would do 2, maybe around the same time, wait some months, make sure you can take advantage of any welcome offers that they might have, because a lot of banks, especially now, they're having a welcome offer like, oh, sign up for a checking account with us and we'll give you $400 bonus, right? But you have to, do these things in order to qualify for the bonus. So just make sure that you do those things, but definitely take advantage of those welcome offers that a lot of these banks have. And a lot of them are online too, so make sure that if you see the offer online, get it online, because like with Truist, they usually have a welcome offer around $400, but it's only online. If you go to a branch and open an account with someone, you won't get that promo. Now, once you've identified the account that's hurting you, you have a few options. Number 1, which is highly recommended because it's quick, fast, easy, and it's not going to come back and bite you in the bum later. Pay it. Go to the bank, right? If it says that you have, a negative balance owed to Bank of America for $64, walk into a branch, sit down with a banker, show them your check systems report and say, hey, this balance is reported on my check systems report. Can you please look at this up and see if see how you came up with this alleged balance? Are there any fees that you can potentially waive for me? I actually had no idea that I even owed this amount to you, but I certainly want to resolve this matter and pay you whatever it is that I owe you. And if you are able to waive any fees or penalties or anything, I would greatly appreciate it. There you go. Once that account is paid, the bank will update it with check systems and it will no longer affect you. Even having a balance of $64 can prevent you from opening up bank accounts. Yes, as silly as it may seem, but Chime, that's why they kind of developed themselves, is because people who can't open a traditional bank account or credit union, they can with Chime. They'll accept everyone over there, right? But not worth it, right? Now, if you have an account that's on your check systems report that is fraud, you have no idea about this, you had nothing to do with this, right? You absolutely have the right to dispute this information. And back on their main page, you'll see you have the right to dispute. So just like the credit bureaus, they have to follow the same FCRA law because they are a consumer reporting company, right? So same concept applies. I've got all of the laws inside of the Credit Secrets Guide. You can find the violations, or if you've been a victim of identity theft, you're going to need to complete the identity theft affidavit, an FTC report online, and if you can, file a police report, because those things are really unfortunate and they're very hard to get corrected, especially these days, without all of these documents and also documenting it with the police station, even though, it's an online crime. So it can be challenging, but you can also complete that identity theft affidavit. It's a pretty standard affidavit. I actually have it inside of the Credit Secrets Guide, but it is 5 or 6 pages long, and you can include the FTC report number, and you can also have an officer sign off on it, because a lot of officers, they won't necessarily take a report for it, but some will just sign off on it that you've made the report to them. Okay. Do you have to make a police report? No, you do not. That's why identitytheft.gov exists, because some jurisdictions just won't. If you do have a PD or a sheriff's office that will allow you you to report it online, that is also an option to you. But, a lot of banks might dismiss it if it's made online versus like an in-person, like written statement. Okay. But it's up to you, whatever works best. But again, you just got to make sure that you get it done, get it notarized by a public notary, and get that to the bank that is reporting it. Also get that to check systems. So you want to make a copy of it for the bank, a copy of it for check systems. Just like with the credit bureaus, you're going to dispute it directly with the data furnisher, which in this case is check systems. And you're going to also dispute it directly with the person, the creditor that is furnishing, or the bank that is furnishing the information to check systems. So that way both ends are disputed and you will get this off of your check systems report. Now the next is early warning, earlywarning.com. You're going to come on over here. You're going to go to your file disclosure and you're going to request your banking history. All right. Right here, how to request your file. Sometimes they make it really easy and sometimes you have to call and request it by, phone. You can do it online. They have this form that you can fill out online and mail it in, or you can send it via their secure portal here, which is what I would recommend because you definitely want to try to get it online. They also have their online portal, which is consumerservices.earlywarning.com. You can go here, sign up for an account, get your consumer reports from them, review it, same thing, dispute it with the bank that's reporting it, and dispute it directly with early warning. Or pay it. You've got two options there. And a lot of times if you just pay it, it will just go away. You can get the receipt from them. You can send the receipt into early warning and to check systems. But chances are when the bank updates them, they're going to update that balance to 0. It's always a good idea to follow up and make sure that everything is updated. Get the receipt from the bank showing that you now have a 0 balance with them, and then you can send that in as proof to these places. So get these reports, review them, make sure everything is tidy. You don't have any negative balances that are affecting you from opening up new bank accounts. Once everything's updated on these reports, you're no longer going to have issues opening up bank accounts. That's the beauty of it, right? But you can still open up some bank accounts with early warning over check systems if you wanted to do that right now. There's a few banks out there that are called second chance banks. If you just look at them up online, second chance banks. Not my favorite because I always say let's go ahead and fix the root of the problem, right? This is the root of the problem. But Navy Fed, they don't use check systems. I know there's a lot of really well-known banks out there that are second chance banks. So you can Google second chance banks. I know Golden One Credit Union out here in California is a second chance bank. So there's a lot of well-known second chance banks out there. But like I said, let's fix the root of the problem so you don't have to worry about it moving forward. And get that, just done. And if you need help, you can always book a call with me. The link is in the description of this video. Make sure, again, that you have gotten the Credit Secrets Guide because this and so much more is included. If you are a part of the credit community, this guide is also in our community. So make sure to take action, okay? And I will see you on the next video.